portion of this tape is sponsored by Loyola Educational Foundation, who believes in a higher education, a Jesuit education.
Welcome to Loyola Marymount University, Southern California's only Jesuit university. LMU is located high on a bluff overlooking both the ocean and Marina del Rey. Loyola Marymount is made up of 4 separate colleges: Communication and Fine Arts, Business Administration, Science and Engineering, and Liberal Arts. Loyola Marymount is a perfect size, big enough to offer diversity, yet small enough so you can stand out when you want to. We keep our classrooms small so you can receive a one-on-one education.
The most I've ever had in a class at Loyola is around 30. And I think that's very beneficial if you plan on getting individual attention in your classes and talking one-on-one to your teacher.
I was really impressed with the academic support that you get at Loyola. Olivia LaBeouf and the Learning Resource Center and various teachers and students are they're really willing to help you. They understand how difficult it is to be a student athlete. But the support that you get is different from any other school.
Here you will receive a Jesuit education that provides personal attention to all the students.
As far as location, I love LA.
I love LA. We love it. Roll down the window, put down the top, crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gonna ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side bay to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. It's like another perfect day. I love LA. We love it.
It's game day. As always, Coach Paul Westhead can be found taking his normal pregame jog, where he thinks about strategies, sizes up opponents, and figures out how Loyola Marymount can come away with another victory.
I was really impressed with his style over the years. He run the fast break system, and it gives most of his players the opportunity to display their skills and develop to the best of their abilities. And so Westhead was pretty much the primary reason I came to Loyola.
In addition to Bo Kimball, many other student athletes are attracted to Coach Westhead's system, a combination of fast-paced basketball and hard-nosed defense where athletes can showcase their talent.
And showed why they are ranked number 19 in the country, and as we said,
This style of basketball on the surface appears to be freewheeling. Well, in fact, it is a very orderly and precise system. Here's a couple of experts talking about this system.
Well, the system is a fast break basketball design where every player goes to an exact spot on the floor every time. And that way there's no communication gaps. Everybody knows where to go. When there's a missed shot, we can get the ball, and you don't have to worry about who's going to fill the left lane, who's going to fill the right lane, because you already know that. And then we practice that over and over again. So that's what the system is about, running to that exact spot as fast as you can every time down the floor.
You run to your spot, and you do it so well that you've beaten the defense. Our point guard is, he's kind of like blind justice. He's just coming down, and if you're there, you get it. And And there's a message on the ball. If the ball's passed you in our system, it says shoot. It doesn't say look, check the coach, check the score, check your teammates. It's shoot. So shooting is what they're programmed to do. If you decide to pass, that's your decision, and we don't encourage that.
The system requires total unselfishness by all 5 players on the court. When your teammate shoots, it's vital to be around the basket to finish the play. Constant aggressive effort and carrying is an important ingredient to this system. But above all, you must be able to finish the play. With a constant pace that will wear down even the strongest of opponents, this system becomes carefree fun for everyone. But remember,
the key, like all keys, so let's get on our job right tonight. Let's rebound the shot. Let's get on the offensive boards. That's where the games are won. Let's go.
Rebounds. On the offensive end, they finish our fast break, as displayed here by Chris Knight's constant effort to score the basket. On a defensive rebound and a quick pass to our one man, he can either take it to the basket himself, or from another defensive rebound, our one man can push the ball up the court, looking ahead for an open teammate. Here he finds our two-man spotting up for a three-pointer.
I play the crucial two-man in the system, and his basic role is to shoot the ball whenever he touches it. And I usually run down the right side of the court every time and shoot the ball outside the three-point line. I'm supposed to spot up there. So that's my basic role, and if I wasn't there, another person would be in there.
The three-man, Blade, Tommy in particular, help us sprint the hell out of that. Even if we don't get you, any. Sprint the hell out of it to drag that defense down.
And once again, the rebound starts the fast break. And notice Tom Peabody at the bottom of the screen sprinting the hell out of the lane and laying it in. On the other hand, Chris Knight sprints and finishes off with a crowd-pleasing jam.
Because if it does nothing else, it allows the one man to come down and go 1-4. And so Bo just, do your thing.
And Bo knows what to do here. As a four-man, that's either catching it low on the block for the score or the 1-4 on top for the monstrous slam.
All right, now here's a contingency thing. If we go 1-2 to Fryer and Jeff, they close you out pretty good, Bo, go ahead and throw him post up. And Jeff, either go into Bo or skip the pair scheme or step into the 15th. They won't even play him. So 1-2-5 will be wide open for us.
And the five-man is our last shooting weapon in this system. He is important because when they close out his teammates, he steps in for the wide-open three.
And here come the Lions. Steamer is open for three.
We want to rip and run. Here's a team that is unaccustomed to what we do. So we want to show them some fast break basketball they've never seen in their life.
Nobody blocks out Bo Kimball. You see him.
Fryer for three. Got it!
And fast break basketball is what LMU did the entire season, starting with UNLV. The Lions had their way early with the Rebels, much to the displeasure of Coach Jerry Tarkanian.
I didn't think we could be this bad defensive. We haven't come close to guarding that one. We can't stop the ball.
Many of the LMU fans also became unhappy when, with 5:41 left in the first half, with the score Loyola Marymount 40, UNLV 34, a bomb threat was made to the Thomas and Mack Arena. The 4-minute delay seemed to allow the Rebels to regroup and defeat the Lions 102-91. It did not take much time to bounce back in winning fashion as they went on to post a 26-6 overall record in a season filled with exciting plays and highlights. Even in defeat, the Lions managed to thrill a national television audience in the overtime game at LSU.
Kimball. 4 seconds. There's double teaming Bo Kimball. He lets go. Kimball makes the shot.
In a homecoming for many of the Lions personnel, Bo Kimball gave his fans and family this buzzer beater, which gave his team a 99-96 victory over Coach Westhead's alma mater, St. Joseph's. It was a memorable evening in Gersten Pavilion when Hank Gathers takes this rebound and breaks the LMU all-time scoring record for points.
As Gathers raises his hands, he has broken the school all-time scoring record.
In addition to this record, Loyola Marymount went on to break several NCAA team records. The Lions led the nation in scoring each of the past 3 years. They also had the highest scoring average for a complete season at 122.4 points per game. The Lions also scored 100 or more points in 28 of their 32 games. Hank also surpassed Bill Cartwright's record for most points scored in the West Coast Conference, standing today at 1,190 points.
I don't like that one either.
You don't?
Mm-mm. Do it again. Okay.
Now this was against LSU yesterday. What move is this?
That's my flying sidekick. I need to take him out. You know, we had to stop the clock. They're getting a little momentum.
This is against St. Mary.
I was just trying to save the ball, get the steal going, got us going, got some points right there, got the break, the press going. That's when we really turned it on. We took St. Mary's apart.
This is at the end of the game yesterday.
Yeah. Stanley Roberts is a big boy.
system at our peak. There's no team in America that can touch Loyola Marymount.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
I know you're gonna dig this. I know you're gonna dig this.
Can't touch this.
Loyola Marymount finished the West Coast Conference as regular season champions with a 13-1 record heading into the conference tournament.
Hank Gathers was my buddy for 10 years. He was special not only to Bo Kimball, but he was special to the university, fans, friends, opponents. He was special to all of us. He was a role model for little kids, his peers, everyone who had the opportunity to play with him and against him. He was a perfectionist. He wouldn't accept anything less than the best. And for those of you who had the opportunity to have met Hank, you hold and treasure those memories because he was a very special person.
Sanders was different. He came into Dobbins, he looked like a scripto pencil without the lead. He was really thin. He wasn't even a starter in 10th grade. And he developed himself between his sophomore and junior years, working on the weights, running, because he was determined, and he became an excellent ball player.
He had two great players.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Here we go.
That's good. That's good.
This one, 44, let's go.
I don't think it was any doubt among the team that we were going to play. We just wanted to get back into action, and we wanted to play more than ever. It was hard to prepare for New Mexico State. That was the first game back. We didn't know what to expect. We had so much, emotion, so much energy, and a lot of grief. To beat Michigan was definitely another turning point and gave us a great deal of confidence. I wouldn't have believed that we would beat Michigan the way we did if someone told me that before the game.
This will be a very unusual situation. Bo told us of some special thoughts on his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
I'm going to shoot my first free throw left-handed, and it's because Hank Gather's tried so hard to improve on his left hand, and it's a remembrance of Hank. It was something I want to do for this year.
With much emotion, the Lions headed into the NCAA tournament. Their first opponent was the Aggies of New Mexico State. With 4:45 remaining in the first half, Bo Kimball drew his fourth foul, leaving him one foul away from disqualification.
I always play my guys with fouls. In fact, this one was so outlandish. Bo said to me after the game that some of the guys on the other team said, "Hey, that guy's one crazy dude."
The Lions came out after the halftime break and went on a scoring spree, outdoing the Aggies 65-46, behind Bo Kimball's 35 second-half points.
Here's Knight again. Bo Kimball for tie. After a main basket, you can. Aggie turnover. Fryer, three.
After this foul, Bo Kimball went to the free throw line for the first time in the NCAA tournament. Everybody anxiously awaited what would follow.
Bo is going to take his first free throw left-handed in honor of his friend, Hank Gathers.
Well, excuse me, I was a terrible free throw shooter, but that one was good from the time it left his hand.
Lions went on to defeat New Mexico State by a score of 111-92, but the road wouldn't get any easier.
Looking for a helping hand, get off.
Next, the Lions prepared for the defending national champion Michigan Wolverines.
Shoot him from 30 and don't give it. Shoot him from 30, just let him fly. Just let him fly. And you can make up for a miss, 10 misses, 20 misses, 30 misses, 50 misses in the other areas. A little bit, I'll just give one example. A couple guys shot and missed and broke him down lane, you got the rebound, just lay it back up. Don't worry about the missions. Bombs away, fire. Bounds away, Paul. Tom, let's go have some fun. We
got one, we got 5 more to go. Yeah, let's take this boom. Rebound on 3. Bank on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Shot you take from the tempo.
Kimball will go to the line to try to make it a three-point play. Let's take it. They're expecting it now.
He's got to start with it too.
19 points for the Lions, and there's the human bruise.
The human bruise is down, but it's off of that press where we were talking about. The Loyola Marymount, they're trying to force you into turnovers, and then we got a little extracurricular conversation going on here. Gonna come on and get me.
Loyola Marymount's fans are going over, forces the turnover, and this is Lowry.
Keep pursuing from behind, and right here where Bill Robertson picks up the ball, and you see that Loyola Marymount still is able to come up with the turnover, and that's how quickly they turn things around on you.
There is a great deal of love on this team and a very focused ball club.
Come out here to get more rebounds because it's not a matter of turnover.
3-on-1, Lowry.
slammed several NCAA records this day. The most points for a single team in one game with 149, the most three-point shots made by a player, and the most three-point shots made by a team with 21. With this shot, Jeff Fryer broke the record with an amazing 11 out of 15 three-pointers in one game. The Lions could do no wrong on this day as they rolled to a 149-115 victory. The Lions sent the defending national champs home early. The Lions would now travel to Oakland for their first ever appearance in the Sweet 16.
Yeah. Same old, same old. It's, well, not impressive.
The Lions' next opponent would be the Crimson Tide of Alabama.
They've dropped off now.
The Lions were slowed by the Crimson Tide, but got hot when they had to.
Steven, you're scaring me. Steven, you're scaring me. They've dropped off now. Dropped off now.
Dare you?
With only a few ticks on the clock, Alabama had one final gasp.
Steven, you're scaring me. Steven, you're scaring me.
However, the Crimson Tide came up short, and Loyola Marymount went on to win a nail-biter 62-60.
They've dropped off now.
After narrowly escaping, the Lions would have their long-awaited rematch with the UNLV running Rebels.
You can split the difference a little bit, Jeff, so you're playing back, and you know, but you're on the move as the ball's being passed, you know, right? And if you're playing weak side on Stacey Augment, ball's here, you can cheat down real good, Bo, all right? Reminder, on our 4-roll call, one man, come down and show ball to 2.
Kimball for 3.
their all on this one, but the Rebels proved to be too much. The Rebels advanced to Denver with a 131-103 victory. But the Lions did not send their fans home disappointed, as they battled to the very end. The 1989-90 season will not soon be forgotten by the entire nation, and especially Loyola Marymount University's faithful fans.
The Lions roar again. Here comes the